This is my first video, hopefully one of many, and today we're going to be working on a project that I put together for my niece's cotillion. This is a save the date card. As you could tell, it has different fonts. Her favorite color is purple, so I ended up designing with the color purple, and this is the one we're going to be putting together today. Now, as to the actual information, the actual white part, let's say the date, this is something that I just put together either with, I can't remember if I used Publisher or Word, but either or will end up working whichever you feel most comfortable with. And just put together some fonts and some clip art. There's a little anime kind of little ram. She's a, for her zodiac sign, I know it says June, but she's a March baby. And the cuddle book folder we're going to be using is this cute one I found. It's supposed to be a Halloween theme, but if you could tell, I don't know if you can see, there's some skulls and some swirls, and I thought that would be real cute since she's into skulls as well. And so this is a save the date that she's going to be using with her friends. Now, I know that there's several videos that end up saying to use with Cuddlebug folders to use the first tab. I found it much more easier with no tabs at all, and just because it's harder to actually, it's less hard to do it like this, so when you're turning this, it's not, you know, you're not really like putting in some muscle unless you want to work some kind of muscle. I don't know which one it will be. You go ahead and use tab 1, but I get carpal sometimes, and I could build my muscle a different way. Anyway, so here, as you can see, just very effortlessly, I just end up putting this together, you know, right through. You just pull that out. Put this like that. Open it, and as you can see, it does a pretty good job. It's really nicely embossed. Gold, you know, you're able to even see the embossing on the back, and it's a real nice embossing you end up getting with no tabs at all. Now, from the sample, you're able to see that I have rounded corners, and the way I did that, ended up doing that, is through a regular corner. I was looking for it. A regular corner punch hole. This one's a rounded edge one, and I found it best to flip it and take a look at it and see where your corner is right there deep inside, and you just punch it. And I just thought this would be a much more nicer, cleaner edge, more modern. As you could tell, I ended up doing it the same thing to the actual little save dates. Now, at this point, you have two options to stick it to your actual cardboard or your cardstock. This is cardstock, and basically this is a cardstock that is a fourth of it. I ended up cutting it with my Fiskars paper cutter so I could get a straight edge. And at this point, the way to adhere it to your actual card, it's either one of two ways. You could use regular, you know, double-sided Scotch tape. You could use glue, although sometimes glue, the wetness sometimes I'm not crazy about it, even though this is a little bit heavier paper. Sometimes I just don't like the way it just comes right through, and then you end up using a lot of glue. The other way you could do this is through using one of these Xyron 5-inch create a sticker. It's very easy. I'm not going to run this one through, but basically you just put it there. It doesn't use electricity. There's this knob on this side in which you just turn clockwise, and then on this side will come out, what will come out will be the actual thing you want to make into a sticker. And right here it has some kind of teeth that you just kind of rip up, you know, kind of rip your paper off. You just grab it, peel it, just make sure kind of center it, and then you just kind of stick it. Sometimes what happens is that there's a little bit of adhesive on the sides, and you could just simply just rub it with your fingers. Make sure though that your fingers are clean, so you don't get your save the date dirty, and just go ahead and you could just rub that off. The other thing too, sometimes I've seen some videos, some people do in some videos, is with some kind of an eraser or some kind of like a artist neat or gummy kind of eraser, and they just kind of rub it, you know, all around. But your fingers just do well by themselves too. Now, if you want to embellish it, I ended up embellishing it. What teenager doesn't like little glitter or something? So basically what I end up doing, and this is some stickles. This is the diamond. I don't know if you can see that. And basically what I ended up doing, I just put a little dot on some of the dots in the letters of her name. I didn't want too many of it, so I just kind of did kind of tops, like 3 dots to 2 dots per letter. You have to let this dry. And here is the finished product. As you could tell, a little bit of the stickles. Remember, that was the diamond. And see how it just kind of sparkles a little bit. And that's all for today. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm making the save the date. My next project I will be showing you will be the save the date I put together for my niece's cotillion, but the one version for the adults. But for now, that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.